Herkese merhabalar. Bitno'nun YouTube kanalına hoş geldiniz. Bugün NFTrade, NFT platformundan Harrison konuğumuz. Evet, Harrison'la röportajımıza başlıyoruz. Hello Harrison, you're welcome and thank you for your time.
Hi Onur, thanks so much for having me.
How are you, first of all?
Very good. Surviving the last 48 hours of craziness, and but things are good.
Could you sleep enough?
Enough.
Okay, first of all, it's a pleasure to host you. Can you introduce yourself for our viewers? What's your role in NFTrade and who are you?
Sure. So my name's Harrison Seletsky. I'm the head of growth and strategy at NFTrade. I handle most of the forward-facing aspects of our company, so business development, as well as some aspects of marketing and communication. A little bit of background on NFTrade. We're a decentralized and multi-chain NFT marketplace platform and indexer. So we support 6 different blockchains right now for creation, buying, selling, trading, and earning NFTs. And since our inception, we've done about $120 million in NFT sales volume, most of that being gaming assets on Binance, Avalanche, and Polygon.
You said it's an NFT indexer. What does it mean? I mean, is it different from an NFT aggregator or?
Yeah, so we're an indexer and an aggregator. So we aggregate listings from OpenSea, but what we mean as an indexer, it means we index every single NFT across all of our integrated chains. So we have our own nodes set up for each chain that we support, which allows us to read and listen to every single transaction as it comes onto the blockchain. So every time an NFT is minted on any of our chains, it's automatically available for trading on NFTrade.
Okay, what I understood from your words that is NFTrade has various functions and various purposes for NFT ecosystem. Can you tell us the main purpose of the platform and the way it works?
Sure. So our main purpose is to facilitate secondary trading, meaning after the NFTs have launched within their community can then come to NFTrade in order to list them, buy them, sell them, or swap them. However, we are an all-encompassing platform. So we have an NFT creation hub where artists or users can create their own NFTs. We have some really cool features, one being an NFT farming application, which is a stake to earn application where users can stake native tokens in order to earn NFTs within their ecosystem. And then we also have different unique attributes such as our peer-to-peer swapping mechanism. So kind of like with trading cards, being able to trade NFTs directly instead of waiting to buy or sell.
Can you explain further the peer-to-peer swapping mechanism?
Yeah. So traditionally, if you wanted to trade an NFT, you would have to go into a Discord, you would have to find someone, and then you would essentially have to hope that they're not going to take advantage of you and that they're going to live up to the end of the deal. We created a smart contract which acts as a middleman so that users can propose trades and accept them. So imagine we're both Axie Infinity players and I want to trade one of my Axies for 2 of your Axies. We have a smart contract middleware which will allow you to propose the trade, and then nothing is executed until both sides agree to it. So it allows for a safe and trustless way for anyone to exchange their NFT assets directly with another user.
Is there some specific NFT collections that are exclusive for NFTrade?
So we're a fully decentralized platform. We don't really focus on the actual creation or that aspect of specific collections. So as a decentralized NFT ecosystem and marketplace, we don't require any exclusivity. It's more just about providing the infrastructure to make it as easy as possible for creators and communities to interact with their NFTs.
So simplicity is your primary principle.
Yeah, we want to make it as simple and easy as possible for anyone to interact with NFTs, especially in a multi-chain capacity. There's a lot of different GameFi applications launching on a lot of different layer 1 and layer 2 blockchains. And instead of having to go to an individual marketplace or an individual site for each one, on NFTrade, you can handle everything on one easy-to-use platform.
Can you name these 6 blockchains for our viewers?
Yeah, so currently we support Ethereum, Polygon, Avalanche, BNB Chain, Moonbeam, and Immutable X.
Yeah, and Immutable X, you just recently went live on this blockchain, right?
Correct. That was our most recent integration. We launched live on Immutable probably about 2.5 weeks ago.
Yeah, IMX is indeed a token that we also are very excited about its future. We have a product. We call it as basket token, and it's a token NFT basket token which contains various NFT tokens, and one of them is IMX token. Why did you go for IMX? Can you share with us your views on IMX, and why do you think it's important for the future of NFT ecosystem?
Sure. Yeah, so a lot of the trading within NFTrade is with gaming-focused NFTs, and Immutable X is a pure Ethereum layer 2 that focuses specifically on NFTs and gaming. So this was our first layer 2 integration, and it was a really easy one for us because as a platform that has a lot of gamers that are very interested, it was a really easy switch in terms of integrating another ecosystem that's focused on gaming. So we're not specifically catering to one category of NFTs. We support GameFi NFTs, profile picture collections, art, utility NFTs, but gaming has been a very strong niche for us in our user base. So Immutable X was a very good option for us as a gaming-focused Ethereum layer 2.
Will we see other NFT-focused blockchains on NFTrade, or these 6 blockchains will be the only blockchains you will ever have?
No, so eventually we want to integrate every relevant blockchain with an NFT ecosystem. Right now, it's really a matter of prioritization. So we do have a lot of integrations on our roadmap that are happening this month, the next month, as well into Q1 of next year. So you should be seeing, at least 3 or 4 new blockchain integrations on NFTrade, throughout the next quarter. Some of those will be gaming focused. Some of those will be more generalist chains. But really, we just want to be able to support every ecosystem that wants to interact with NFTs.
Okay, and what is the most difficult part of integrating all of these different blockchains? I mean, in terms of both technical issues and also the marketing issues.
Yeah. So from the technical side, the easiest integration for us is EVM compatible chains. That stands for Ethereum Virtual Machine. Essentially, these types of chains have very, very similar code bases. So integrating a new EVM is relatively simple compared to something like Solana or Immutable X or something like Aptos or Sui, which runs on a different coding language. So then there's a lot more integration aspects we need to consider. From the marketing side, it depends. When you're launching with a new chain, for example, we're going to be launching our scale integration coming up, which is a blockchain that focuses on individual application chains. So kind of like Avalanche, where each game can have their own subnet. On scale, each game can have their own side chain that's dedicated to them. But since this is a more up and coming chain, they don't have as many established projects yet. So we really have to start from the ground up in order, to attract those community members and attract interest, both from their side and from our side. Because we do have a lot of crypto native and gaming focused users on NFTrade, but now it's about why would they want to migrate to a new chain? What does that chain offer that they're not able to find on our current integration? Really about understanding the within new chains and then how we can optimize that for both of our user bases.
Okay. And just to make it clearer, for example, I am an NFT collector, and I am interested in NFT art, like illustrations, etc. Why should I choose NFTrade platform to buy some NFT arts?
Sure.
What
Yeah.
is the most initial part of it? I mean.
So first off, we're an aggregator, meaning we aggregate listings on OpenSea as well. So you can see and compare the different prices on the different order books. So if there's a piece of art that you like, it could be listed on OpenSea as well as NFTrade, and then you can compare the prices in order to get the best price for you. You can also easily switch between different networks. So if you want to buy a piece of art on Ethereum and Avalanche, you can do that all in one platform. We also have our swapping mechanism. So if you're owning art within a collection, you can trade that with other collectors that are interested. You can also easily make offers on an asset. So if there's a piece of art that's listed for 1 ETH, but you only want to offer 0.8 ETH, you can do that across the entire collection. So it's a really easy way to buy within the collection as well as access all of the listings in one place.
Okay. As far as I know, there's a verification process for NFT collections on NFTrade. Am I right?
Yes, correct.
Can you explain us this process? I mean, why is verification is a requirement, and what is this verification process?
Yeah, so verification is not a requirement. It's just another added level of security that we give for communities.
It's optional, right?
It's optional, yeah. So you can trade and interact with non-verified collections. If me or you as an artist want to create stuff, it may not necessarily be verified right away unless we have volume, unless we have a user base, but you can still sell it, you can still market it, you can still make it available to your community. So for us, verification is really just an added level of security so that communities know they're interacting with the correct smart contract. This is important for games. This is also important for swapping because we had an issue where some users were trying to swap fake NFTs or reproductions in order for real NFTs. And if you're a user, sometimes you're not paying attention, or it's a late night or something, and you're not checking all the fine print. That can put you up to potential to be taken advantage of. So we wanted to make sure that all our users are sure that they're interacting with contracts that they think they are. So that's why we added this verification aspect, especially for trading. You can only trade within verified collections because we want to make sure our user base is protected. But at the same time, we are decentralized. We want to support the entire community. So you're able to buy and sell and make offers on any NFTs, regardless of if it's verified or not.
There was an NFT boom at one point, but now the type seems to have declined. How do you see the future of the NFT ecosystem?
Yeah. So this is something that's being felt across the entire ecosystem. Our thesis hasn't really changed much. We've been focusing very heavily on gaming and utility-focused NFTs for most of our life cycle because there's much more objective value. The profile picture collections that brought NFTs into the mainstream, that created that speculative hype bubble, it's very fun and it's interesting for collectors, but there's not a real tangible way to define the value of a specific collection. So with gaming items, with utility NFTs that actually serve a purpose outside of just collectability and speculation, it's much more easy to establish a tangible value of that asset class. So we think utility NFTs, gaming NFTs, ticketing items, physical representations, that's going to be the future versus speculative art. I think speculative art is going to be here to stay for a while, but I think it's going to be much harder for these random up and coming profile picture collections, to capture the same audience that they were 6 months or 1 year ago, because people are looking for something that actually drives value, especially in this type of market. So we think the GameFi and the utility space is where NFTs will really head in the future, and that's where the next NFT cycle will be revolving around.
I wonder if you know any Turkish NFT artist or NFT collector, because I'm sure that you have a lot of users from Turkey, because we know that the NFT ecosystem is very popular among the Turkish crypto community, since our NFT basket token is one of our most popular products. How do you see the Turkish crypto and NFT community from a perspective of an NFT platform director?
Yeah, so we have an extremely large Turkish community. I think there's a lot of reasons for that. I think Turks are very receptive to crypto. I think there are some problems with the lira, and a lot of Turkish people are very aware of that. And cryptocurrencies and NFTs give them a way to save their value and retain their value outside of the government-controlled currency. So I think that's why Turkey as a country has been so receptive to cryptocurrencies and NFTs, is because you're very forward-thinking in that sense, and you're looking for ways to save your value and how you can establish yourself outside of the already established ecosystem. So we have a lot of Turkish users. We have a lot of Turkish projects that have launched on NFTrade or that have been sold on NFTrade. One of the main collections that we started with was with Ferhat NFT. Ferhat is from a very popular, he's a Turkish cartoon character. He's from, I think it's called Laughless Magazine. I don't remember the name, the Turkish name. I'm talking about the translation into English. But we do have very big artists that are getting involved in the space. Yeah, so there's a lot of Turkish artists already getting involved in the space, and we think that's going to continue, is essentially the main point.
Okay, we are almost at the end of our conversation, but I also want to ask you about NFTrade's roadmap. What should we expect for the future from NFTrade platform?
Sure. So we have a lot of new chain integrations coming up. We're also working on more advanced trading statistics so that users can understand NFT collections and analyze them the same way they would with traditional cryptocurrencies. Beyond that, we're expanding into new products and new verticals. So we have NFTrade as our retail marketplace, but we've also launched a B2B marketplace as a service solution, so that any exchange, game, artist, brand, collection, they can set up their own NFT marketplace without any blockchain coding required. Essentially, they're using our smart contracts and our backend. All they have to do is create a front end to fit their branding and theme. So we think this is going to be very powerful because it allows anyone to build their own NFT marketplace, but it's built on top of the NFTrade and Nifty Technology order books. So that means right when the new marketplaces launch, they'll have automatic liquidity based on all of the listings available on NFTrade. So we think this is going to be very exciting because it makes it a lot easier for anyone to create their own NFT marketplace, but they're not isolating their community or their collection away from the rest of the market.
Okay, sounds exciting. And my last question. You mentioned GameFi a lot in this conversation. Can you name us your favorite blockchain games?
That's a good question. I wouldn't say I have a favorite right now, just because a lot of them are still very basic and haven't reached the threshold of what me as a more traditional gamer would take place in. One game I can actually recommend and that I really like is called Castle Crush. It's built on top of Avalanche by a traditional gaming studio that has over 2 billion downloads on their other mobile games. So this is a casual game, a strategy game that allows users to play for free. But if they own the NFTs of the characters, they can also earn the native token and upgrade their characters. So it allows traditional gamers and players to play as they would in a regular game, but it also integrates that Web3 side so that you have that play to earn mechanism on top. So I think this is a really nice strategy in order to cater to both sides.
I think also my neighbor Alice will follow the same free-to-play methodology.
Yeah. My neighbor Alice has been a very big collection on NFTrade. Same with Minds of Delarnia. They're both built by the Chromia team. They're a great studio. We're very excited about what they're building. And it's interesting just because a lot of these real games take, 2-3 years to come to fruition and to be built. So a lot of these games have launched in the last year or two, and now they're going to be really ready to launch their final products on the market. So I think in the next 1 to 2 years, we're going to see some really amazing games in full production that are reaching to really new heights.
Okay, thank you so much. It's been a very nice conversation. Is there anything you want to
add? Not really. Thanks a lot, Onur. I appreciate your time. Come check us out, nftrade.com. We're NFTrade official on all of our social channels. And, if you want to create, buy, sell, trade, or earn NFTs, we're a nice place for anyone to do that.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Bye-bye.